Hello, I thought I would make a video just going over some of the basic shampooing and techniques to use some of the different creams in that for any new VIPs. This might be really helpful, or for any existing VIPs. This is just a great refresher to remind you what and how to use some of the products. So first of all, just when you're shampooing, I'll show you. You use just a little bit. So personally, I use the Renew. So you can see that, just the tiniest, like nickel size amount or dime size even. Then you need to make sure you rub the product between your hands, the shampoo, until it emulsifies. So you have it, you see how it's turned white there? Yeah, so you rub it really well. Then I concentrate on the scalp and then work my way down to the ends of the hair. And then you leave that in for 2 minutes. So, you know, wash your body, whatever, leave it in for 2 minutes. I'm gonna rinse it off because I've already washed my hair. And then you're gonna do that 2 times. So personally, lately my regimen has been wash the first time with Renew, and the second time I wash with the smoothing shampoo. So leaving both of those in for 2 minutes, emulsifying, don't forget each time. And then, and lately, then the next step I do is I've been using the Super Moisture Mask. So this one is a great mask for just about anyone, but it's especially good to seal the cuticle. So if you have frizzy hair, it's great because it's going to seal that cuticle and keep the moisture. As frizzy hair is not necessarily unhealthy hair, but it is hair that has too much moisture. So it's going to seal the cuticle so it doesn't absorb any more moisture. As well as it's just good for, like with my hair, it's also I highlight, so it's good to get that extra moisture into my hair as well. Yeah, and so with the Super Moisture Mask, you don't have to do a conditioner after, but you can. And so for one example, there's the smoothing conditioner. So with these ones, they're wet because I just got out of the shower. It is the, so you twist the cap on the bottom, squeeze out your nickel size amount, and then often our hands are slippery in the shower, so I just sort of lay mine down, use my conditioner, and then rinse my hands off, and then tighten it and put it away. But there again, rub your hands together to emulsify it. And then with the conditioner, I tend to focus ears down a little bit more into the ends of my hair, and leaving that in for 2 minutes as well, and then rinse it out. Oh, and the mask, of course, we try to leave that in a little longer. They suggest 5 to 10 minutes, so as long as you can. If you want to get out of the shower, towel dry, put the mask in, leave it in for a few minutes, and then rinse it out. You could, that way you could keep it in a little longer. But, and then after you're out of the shower and you towel dry your hair, try to get some of that moisture out. Now, I sometimes hear people say that the products, the shampoos, make their hair tangly. Now, especially because I highlight, my hair is naturally going to be a little more tangly when I get out of the shower. I do find the mask helps, so it's not too tangly. But that just shows me how clean my hair is now. Whereas before with other products, it would have felt like it wasn't tangly, but it was also coated in silicones and other chemicals. So no, it actually feels pretty good right now. But the first thing I do is, with my towel dried hair, is I use the Rejuva beads. So this is for split end mending. It's exclusively Monat. The only ones that have this. So, oh, sorry, I'll show you again. I usually just do 3 little squirts. Emulsify between my hands again. And then I focus more towards the ends of my hair. So the ends of my hair, and then I just find that wherever you find split ends, and sometimes I find them closer to the front of my hair. So I put my Rejuva beads on towards the front of my hair. So I'm just running it through my hair, running my fingers through. I even sort of give it a little rub into the ends of my hair. So you really just want to try to get the Rejuva beads on each strand. And I instantly mend split ends, and it stays on for 3 washes, I believe. But they also say that it is the Rejuva beads, what's the word? It's like it's an accumulative effect. So the more you use them, the better they're gonna work. So I do often use them almost after every shower, every wash. So yeah, so after I'm done that, already that's starting to feel like I'm getting, you know, my hair, run my fingers through already. Then the next thing I do is a leave-in conditioner. So there again, the Restore leave-in conditioner. Oh, it's a new bottle. So there again, I just do 3 little squirts. So just the tiniest amount of product, rub it between my hands again. And now with this, I go up a little bit higher with this. And they also do recommend to wait a few minutes. So normally after my Rejuva beads, I'd wait a few minutes and then I would go ahead and put the Restore leave-in conditioner in. Yeah, so I just rub it through, rub my fingers through my hair. And before Monat, I never could have done this. I never would have been able to run my fingers through my hair. I would have been pulling out chunks of hair. It would have been breaking off. Yeah, and now I maybe have a couple hairs because of course everyone loses, I don't know how many hairs a day, right? But, and especially because now with Monat, I only shampoo about every 3 to 4 days. Yeah, there's a lot, like, then you have 3 to 4 days worth of hair that, you know, could be coming out with shampooing, but even that still I don't find I have very much hair loss at all anymore. So yeah, so that's what I do with my Restore leave-in conditioner, just run it through. And then the last thing that I personally like to do is, I learned this from another person with Monat, is that they do a little squirt of the blowout cream. So that's great for low heat protection. And then we have our Thermal Protect styling shield. So that's good for high heat protecting. And I really love both. So I picked this up from someone else and I love it. I do a couple squirts of the thermal shield, a little bit of the blowout cream, rub that between my hands again, emulsifying those ingredients, mixing them together. And then, so there again, I might have waited a few minutes before I did this after my leave-in conditioner. But with the blowout and the thermal shield, there again, sort of ears down. If you find your tendency for greasier hair or greasy roots, then avoid using a lot of these products near your roots. But I don't really find that's a problem for me. If anything, yeah, I'm sure it's from bleaching and that, or just my scalp health has been much better, that I don't find my hair gets greasy really hardly at all anymore. But yeah, so that's what I do with the blowout cream, and run my fingers through again, making sure I try to get that on every strand. And then I'm ready for blow drying and styling. Then they recommend, so if I was to blow dry, style my hair, and then you can use any of your finishing products, like your hairspray, your styling clay, or any of those sort of products can be used last. But hope that's helpful, and little reminders on how to use the products, and have a happy hair day.